What do you know about Harbaugh being out here in Los Angeles and what's going on there, and who else might be interested?
This was what was interesting to me. Like, and I've said this a few different times. Like, I think that there are two things the Chargers are really sensitive about, right? They're sensitive about the perception that they're cheap, and they're sensitive about perception that they're not relevant in LA. And in one fell swoop, Jim Harbaugh would address both those things, right? Like, you immediately address them by hiring Jim Harbaugh. Like I said, the roster is in place. You've got the quarterback, and there are some similarities to what he walked into in San Francisco. The only difference being that, like the quarterback isn't a reclamation project the way Alex Smith was in 2011. I think one thing that not a lot of people are talking about that's really important here. I think the Chargers are willing to pay Jim Harbaugh. Are they willing to pay his coordinators? Like, if they want to bring Jesse Minter from Michigan, are they willing to pay him $3 or $4 million a year? Are they willing to pay sports science people? Are they willing to invest back into what Jim Harbaugh wants to bring? Are they willing to lean far enough into Jim Harbaugh to bring the entire total program, all the things he needs to win? And then are they willing to say, we're going to take a step back and let you run the show, Jim? Because we know the way things went with Jim and ownership in San Francisco, and I'm sure that's going to be something Jim's going to want answers on. So a lot of people have talked about the money, and the money is always a factor in these things. There's no question about it. But I just think the infrastructure and the rapport with ownership are two things that people aren't looking at that would be deciding factors, because I don't think he's averse to the idea of going back to Michigan. I think the Raiders have some appeal to him, or would have some appeal to him, especially if his buddy Ed Dodds gets the general manager job there. So clearly he's going to have some options, and I think it's on the Chargers now to prove again that they're willing to put what he wants around him. And then ownership is willing to really let him run the show.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.